Several countries have recently purchased or searched for second-hand combat aircraft to strengthen their air forces. The United Arab Emirates, which has just ordered 80 shiny new Rafale F-4 jets from France, may also sell its upgraded Mirage 2000s to Greece, which has a defense pact, in the near future. Greece is currently upgrading its existing F-16 and Mirage 2000 fleet. Last January, Greece also ordered 18 Rafales from France, 12 of them second-hand, in a €2.5 billion, about $2.8 billion, deal. There is also plausible speculation that one of the reasons Israel is not seeking a new F-15EX for its service as the air is because it is waiting for an opportunity to acquire a surplus of older used F-15s. Getting older second-hand jets will cost much less for Israel, which can then reassemble and reconfigure them to meet the required specifications, something the country has vast experience and expertise with. In December, the Romanian parliament approved the purchase of 32 second-hand F-16s from Norway. The Scandinavian country has replaced its fleet of F-16s with fifth-generation F-35s and is willing to sell its used F-16s to other NATO countries. Romania currently operates 17 F-16s. Acquiring Norwegian fighter jets would more than double the size of that fleet and allow Bucharest to replace the much older Soviet-era Mig-21 fishbed jets. The past year has seen a marked increase in the number of countries choosing to buy second-hand fighter jets for their air forces. Croatia also operates ancient Mig-21s. In November, Zagreb signed a deal with France to acquire 12 former Dassault Rafale F-3R fighter jets from the French Air Force. France will order 12 new Rafale jets by 2023 to replace the Air Force's previous F-3R. Denmark is also acquiring the F-35 and plans to gradually sell the F-16s. There has been speculation, denied by Turkey's pro-government press, that Ankara might be interested in buying the jets. Turkey was barred from acquiring the F-35 after purchasing Russia's advanced S-400 air defense missile system. Now they want to upgrade their F-16s so they can stay operational and up-to-date for the foreseeable future. As part of this effort, it has requested 40 advanced Block 70 F-16s from the United States along with 80 modernization kits for its existing fleet, including the aging F-16 Block 30. Congress may not approve the deal because of its objections to many policies. The ruling Turkish government, including but not limited to its defense relations with Russia. Furthermore, even if Turkey is interested in buying Danish F-16s, Copenhagen will not be allowed to sell them to Turkey without first obtaining permission from Washington. Malaysia is reportedly looking to expand its small fleet of 8 F-18 Hornet fighter jets. However, it did not seek additional Hornets from the United States. Instead, he hopes Kuwait will agree to sell its F-18 fleet. Ikmal Hasham Abdul Aziz, Malaysia's deputy defense minister, recently said Kuala Lumpur wanted to buy all 33 Kuwaiti Hornets, lock, stock and barrel. Acquiring a Kuwaiti fleet for the Royal Malaysian Air Force will definitely increase the RMAF's level of readiness and capability in safeguarding the country's air space. He added, but Kuwait's Ministry of Defense denied reports that there were negotiations on the potential sale of the F-18s, stating that any negotiations to sell weapons owned by the Defense Ministry will be announced in person. In 2006, Venezuela threatened to sell a fleet of 21 F-16s, acquired in the early 1980s, to Iran. Without written approval from the United States, you cannot transfer these defense articles, and in this case the F-16s, to a third country. U.S. State Department spokesman Sean McCormick warned Caracas at the time. While older second-hand jets are always cheaper, they can also come with airframes with shorter lifespans that can require more expensive maintenance and parts than unused fighter planes just off the assembly line. Canada recently purchased 7 used F-18s from Australia to upgrade its F-18 fleet. The slow integration of these second-hand jets into the country's air force angered the country's conservative opposition. Conservative defense critic James Bazin expressed particular anger at the situation. "It's really a pointless exercise," he said in December 2020. "Here they are buying 18 rusty old Australian fighter jets, which the Auditor General says shouldn't be bought. So why are we wasting taxpayer money and Canadian Armed Forces resources to operate these old aircraft?" In 2018, Russia offered to sell India 21 using Mig-21 Fulcrums at a huge discount. New Delhi was skeptical about the offer, concerned that the hidden costs would make the acquisition more expensive over time. Using a metaphor that aptly sums up the downsides of procuring an older second-hand fighter, sources at the time aptly compared the proposed Mig-21 deal to buying a printer. While an actual printer may not be very expensive to buy, the ink cartridges required to use it can prove to be very expensive in the long run.